Delusion is my word for 2026. I've decided that I'm just gonna give myself the year to go all in on my dream projects and see what comes of them. That was my goal when I quit my job last September and moved home. I wanted to give myself space to create and really work on making my dream life come true. But I ended up getting so swept up in other work projects and kind of stressing myself out thinking that I had to constantly be moving. So this year we are slowing down, making an actual plan, and focusing on making our dreams come true instead of panicking and jumping into the first thing that comes our way. Obviously, I know going all in is probably not accessible to everyone, but I have never done anything casually, so obviously I'm gonna go 0 to 100. For me, it was sacrificing things like living on my own and coming back home to move in with my mom. It was also sacrificing a stable job and really trusting that this whim of mine, this goal of mine, would work out. Not to say that I didn't save a lot of money to be able to take kind of a year off, take like a little adult gap year and work on my goals. So if this is something you're interested in, maybe try to start saving or think of ways that you can reduce your spending. Even if you switch from a full-time to a part-time job to have more time to make your goals come true. It's scary at first, but I think once you take that leap and show yourself that making your goals a reality are possible, everything just kind of falls into place and it's easier once you make that first move. I also think that with taking a risk on yourself comes with a need for a certain level of confidence and also delusion and just self-trust, which can be hard to build or even have in the first place. So my first step was really to get my mindset in check, and I'm still working on it. Like, it is always a work in progress, but things that have really helped me are learning transcendental meditation. It just gives me 2 times throughout the day to calm down and listen to my mind and my instinct. It really helped me to learn how to trust my gut more. I know I've probably talked about him before, but watching Knowledge's videos really helped me grasp the concept of getting your mindset in control to create your reality and manifest what you want. He just speaks about it so simply and it makes it so much easier to understand the way he teaches it. He's on YouTube, so I would definitely recommend checking him out. Books that have helped me are The Power of Your Subconscious Mind and Ask and It Is Given. Both of these really made me understand the power of your mind and your thoughts and how to control them and shape them in the way that benefits you the most. Another way that I really learned to create self-trust is to do the things I say I will, because I used to make to-do lists all the time, tell myself all these things I wanted to do and then never do them and make excuses for why I'm not doing them, which just led me to believe that I wasn't capable of getting things done. But once you start to consistently do what you tell yourself to do, it just becomes second nature and you feel so much more confident in yourself. My main goal with this whole year is to get better and get more experience with videography, filmmaking, ad making, all that type of stuff. So it's really important that I carve out some time or most of my time during the day to work on that, to hone in my skills, to write and come up with ideas and make them a reality. And honestly, just taking on the most random projects that come my way, because it's good experience, good exposure, and you just learn so much from being around other creative people and from being around filming and trying new things and trying to film for brands or people that you never even had any interest in. And I think part of the reason why I wanted to give myself all this time is because I can just say yes to anything that comes up. I can easily make my schedule fit with whatever opportunities come my way. I also used to be so, well, I still kind of am, so productivity driven, where it's really hard for me to take a step back and take a break. Felt like I constantly needed to be doing something, and if I wasn't, then my goals were never going to be reached, which is not the case. That's just what I thought in my mind for so long. So one thing that's really been important for me and going to be important throughout this year is to remember to take breaks, to make time to sit and read, to sit and write, or watch a movie. I was reading something the other day and it said that you do have the time in the day for what you prioritize. So if reading or resting is not a high priority for you, you think that you don't have time for it. So I'm learning to shift my mindset and realize that rest, reading, watching film is a priority and that I do have time for it. In that same vein, I am really working on remembering to stop self-isolating and go out, see friends, see family, be social. One of my resolutions, I guess, was to say yes to plans whenever I'm available, because I would just find myself saying no to everything for literally no reason other than the fact that I was scared that if I wasn't constantly working, then my goals would never be realized. But it just kind of led me down this dark path of like feeling lonely, feeling obviously isolated. And as someone wanting to work in the creative space, I think it's really important to get out of your head and experience the world, because those new perspectives, new ideas, being around people is what sparks more ideas. So this year I'm making socializing a priority and telling myself that I do have time for it. I also realized that when I sit still too long, I become anxious, and that's really when that productivity mindset gets in my head about I'm wasting time, I need to be doing more. So one thing that I'm really making a priority again is moving my body and also eating right, because I feel like towards the end of the year, especially when I came home, I was eating out a lot, just kind of eating like shit, and I did not feel good. And when I don't feel good, I lose all confidence in myself, all confidence in my ideas, my work, just overall. So I want to focus on moving my body in ways that feel good, and also more like meal prepping so I don't have to worry about it throughout the week. I'm making Earl Grey milk tea to use for my matcha tomorrow morning. I used to make this in New York. I used to do it and make boba, but I really love the like Earl Grey milk with matcha. I think it's such a good combo. So all I do is put the tea bag in the milk, and then I mix half milk, half water, and leave it in the fridge overnight. And then I'll just make my matcha tomorrow morning like usual, but use that milk, and it is so good. My last pillar, I guess, of 2026 is remembering that things will most likely not happen overnight. They are going to happen with consistency and discipline, and over the course of the year they will unfold once I stay consistent and disciplined and I keep showing up for myself every day. So I just want to remind myself, and you if you need it, that if things are taking time, that's good, because good things normally do take time to develop and come to fruition. And that's why I gave myself a year to work on it and be better and stay consistent, because it is these little habits that slowly build up to our goals and our dreams. And with that, I hope that 2026 is good for you and you make time to do the things you love and make time to eat well and move your body and see people that make you feel good, because at the end of the day, that's really the goal, right? Okay, well, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.